Behind Carnival truck. You Emma? Yes. Well, your tree wine. Yes. All you in the place. Where UGC? You said you dancing in Trini Carnival and Frontline? You did Frontline? Wow. Frontline is very expensive. Very expensive. Nice, nice, nice. Welcome, 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 UGC. Hey, Northern Belle. Who else is in the house? Yes, Kelly says. How y'all doing today? How are y'all doing today? So listen, y'all. Today's just a short video to encourage you, my African American sisters. Encourage you and remind you how magnificent you are. How magnificent you are. The irony of me playing soca music, right? In the intro of this. But as I've said before, and in case some of you don't know, I am Caribbean as well as ADOS. Caribbean as well as ADOS. I am the two. The two shall meet. Okay, my lineage. Actually, there's a book in the Schomburg Museum in New York called "The Two Among Many," and it's actually an historical account of two refugee African American slaves called Bashana Evans and Amphi Jackson, who are my blood relatives. So it's a historical account of them. They were moved to the island of Trinidad by the British authorities sent them there. And it talks about, it gives timelines, historical timelines, and all of that about the history of a lot of people who were actually sent to Trinidad from America. So when we talk about ADOS, it's not black and white with everybody. It isn't black and white with everybody. I am African American as well as Caribbean. My lineage is tied into both. Amphi and Bashana, um, both were sent to a company village in Trinidad, and the company villages are still there. There's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth companies, and I believe they were from second company. I have to ask my cousin again, but this is just on my mother's side. My history, I'm a little bit of a big deal. I'm just a little bit of a big deal. Okay. How many of y'all can say y'all family history is in a goddamn museum? Yes, I'm an American. I am a descendant of the Americans. Y'all can look them up on YouTube as well. I'm a direct descendant of the Americans. On my father's side, actually. My father is from Sixth Company Village. And he told me about, we had relatives in, I think, South Carolina and North Carolina. I never got to get the full story from my dad before he passed. But we go full circle. So we're from Trinidad and by way of America, y'all. By way of America. I remember one of my uncles on his land, they were digging up dirt to grow some crops, and they found a sword, an actual sword in their backyard in the land. On my father's side, there were African Americans who fought for the British. And so basically, they were soldiers, and they were given land as compensation for their service in Trinidad as well. So when they came to Trinidad, the natives called them the Americans. That's who they were called. This is my direct lineage. So when we talk about who is what and who ain't what, some of us are both. Some of us are both. So there's a special place in my heart for Black American women as well as from the Caribbean, because I encompass both. So I can speak on any fucking thing that I want. I'm more official than a lot of people out here. More official than most. And I just want to say that, listen, y'all, a lot of people assume that, we're nothing. That African American women are just the bottom of the barrel. And, people are claiming they got to fly overseas to, here and there to get women of culture and all this kind of stuff. When you all are the trendsetters to the world, you really set the standard for Black beauty. You set the standard. You are the ones making everybody embrace their natural hair and their complexion. You are the one discouraging women from bleaching their skin and all that kind of stuff. You. African American woman, you. So I want us to have a little bit more pride in who we are. I want us to have a little bit, show a little bit more, I'm the shit. I want us to show people, especially these men, that y'all are courting, that you're not alone. I really think it's important when you're talking to people to let them know that you are not alone. Because a lot of us, it's presumed that we have nobody. Nobody's looking out for us. Nobody cares. There's nobody to intercede for our interests. There's nobody that's going to step to these people who do us wrong. And I don't like that notion. I don't like the notion that we're just all alone here. We have no backup. We have no backup. Y'all are so special. Listen, Black American women are so special. We've gone through a lot. We have a vast history, a very rich history. We've gone through a lot of trauma, and to come out of that halfway sane, to come out of it halfway sane and still functional, y'all, we're more special than we give ourselves credit for. We really are. No, we're not one dimensional. Not at all. Not at all. I think it's important to know, your history, your lineage will help close the gap on a lot of things. I know a lot of you are doing the what do you call it? The DNA testing to see, where your African ancestry is. Although some people say it's a scam and all of that stuff too. I say whatever you need to close the gap. Whatever you need to close the door and to help you create your story, do that. Do that for your closure. If you have grandmothers and great grandmothers who are alive and can talk to you about your history and your life, sit at their feet. Sit at their feet today. Because a lot of times the feeling that we have, this lost feeling that we have, is really through not knowing information, not being able to tie things in. You're just floating in the wind and you just don't know where you fit in the grand scheme of life. And if you have elders that are still alive, talk to them so that you can get a better sense of who you are. Start with your mother, even if you don't have such a great relationship with her. Even if it's a little bit strained, if she's alive, sit with her and talk to her and ask her about her life. Ask her about her life. And you'll be surprised how much of a better understanding of yourself you will get. You'll start to know actually what to avoid in your own life through the mistakes of your own mother. You'll know how to spot your triggers and things that you need to diffuse and disarm and lay dormant and not activate within you so that you don't become like her. So it's not always about just avoiding people that you don't like. Sometimes you need to talk to them to get understanding of yourself too. Sometimes you do. You miss your grandma? I miss mine too. I miss mine as well. Trust and believe. But African American women, hold your head up. There's a lot of men talking shit about you right now. And they were able to accomplish what they were able to accomplish and seemingly have this clout and this status and all this stuff off of your sweat and tears. Off of your sweat equity. They can now say, oh, I don't want you anymore and all this kind of stuff when you've been backing them up from the beginning. Don't listen to the stories that you're nothing. Don't listen to the stories that you're nothing. Go back in your family line and figure out what's there. Figure out what you want to activate. Some of y'all might have scientists in your genetics. Some of you might have, I don't know, doctors and healers and different things. You have talents and skills. You don't even know where it comes from, but there's a genetic link there. Find out who it is. Find out who they are so that you can cement an identity for yourself and stop looking to men to identify and quantify and qualify you. Your DNA is what qualifies you, not what these fucking piece of shit stains in the front of their drawers motherfuckers tell you about yourself. Your genetics and your bloodline are what qualify you. That's what makes up who you are, not whether a man finds you fucking attractive or not. You're bigger than that. You weren't born for just that. And we have to get out of this small-minded thinking. We must get out of this small-minded thinking. Whole lives we worried about men and what they think and what they don't think. When you got all kinds of genetic possibilities swimming inside your fucking veins right now, needing to be activated. But you're too afraid and you're too much in the script of the past and what somebody did to you that everything that you could activate is just laying dormant inside of you. The sum total of who you are is who wants to fuck you. Is that the sum total of who you are? Your whole life, the only thing you're invested in is finding out and fishing out who wants to bend you over. That's it. When you got all kinds of sugary goodness inside of you, you got all kinds of warrior goddesses inside of you. That's all. I don't believe you were born to just worry about what men think of you. I don't believe when your mother went through 20 hours of labor, she looked at you and said, now I hope a man loves you. I hope you find a man that loves you. You were born to find a man who wants to fuck you. You weren't conceived for that purpose. And guess what? You get to decide what your purpose is through your genetic line, through your DNA. Through your DNA. You got to claim that shit. I got all kinds of shit swimming around in my DNA. All kinds of greatness. Can't nobody tell me shit. You don't think I'm cute? Next. Who's losing sleep over that? I got bigger fish to fucking fry out here. Bigger fish to fry. And so do you. So do you. Claim your right to be creative. Claim your right to be a healer. Claim your right to be a scholar. I know some of y'all can do scholarship. Some of y'all are on that level too. It ain't just you're not just pigeonholed to because you were born here in America. You can't do this and you can't do that. What? There are pyramids here in America too. You don't even have to go to Egypt. Panthers are native of America. The Black Panther is an American animal. There's all kind of greatness going on over here. Pick one. Pick one and preoccupy your mind with that. Preoccupy your mind with that. What men think of you is so minuscule to the grand scope of what your life could mean if you just focus on something else outside of that. All this high level shit, this and high value shit that, all of this is commerce. All that language is commerce, you know. All of that language, high value, sexual market value, or hit the wall, all of that is financial lingo. Who will pay the highest price for your pussy? How much is your vagina worth? Let's break it down to the organic compound here. What we're asking about is how much is your vag worth? What are we going to get in exchange for this? That's all these fucking men can talk about, because they don't talk about love. They don't talk about loving you. They talk about what they need to pay you to get access to you. That's what they discuss amongst themselves. There's a rating system. You're 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of this is commerce talk. All of that is commerce talk. And then they shame you about hypergamy, when everything that comes out of their minds that is of concern to them has to do with finance. Bitch, please. Please. And we hear like Black American women like sitting ducks. We worry because they going overseas to rape and pillage over there and impregnate chicks, and then come back over here and send them $5 like they doing some shit. And we feel we missing out on something. Missing out on something. Talk to your grandmothers about these men. Some of y'all might have great grandmothers who are still alive. Sit at her feet, sap her knee with some rum. Sap your great grandmother's knee with some rum, Bengay, or whatever it is, and ask her about life. You're sitting here confused about shit, and you got a whole, you got generation before generation before generation, all the answers you ever fucking need. They ain't no new problems. There ain't no new problems. We're better than that. We are better than that. You said you laugh at the number system men have for women. You better laugh. Everybody should be laughing. Everybody should be laughing like, oh, okay. That's the sum total of what you are. Y'all don't know everything is an illusion out here, including the feelings these men claim to have for you. Including that. Including that. They love you, they love you, they love you. But they wait till the last minute to show sacrifice. They wait till the very last. They don't do anything unless they have to. A man won't do anything for you unless he absolutely has to. And then says that you're incapable of love? How, Sway? Where? How? How? See, here at the UGC, we deal with what is. We're not heavy into statistics because we're beyond that. We're before the record keepers because we were the first record keepers. Y'all just catching up. Y'all just catching up. We don't need statistics for our intelligence. We got generation before gen. We got grandmothers, great grandmothers, great, all of that intellect swimming in our bloodstream. We need to look up nothing on no goddamn CDC. You want statistics? Call your fucking mother. Call your grandmother. That's the only statistics you need. And let her lay it down for you. You let men make you question your intelligence. You let men make you question your worth, African American woman. When nothing really moves without you. Nothing really moves without you. For them to be above, they have to put you beneath them. Even for them to be higher status, they need you as a foundation to gauge how high they go. They do that too. How you know you're above if there's no beneath? Where is there an above if there's no beneath? And they use you to do that. They use you as a measuring rod for status. You. We're better than that. We're better than that. I need you for you to get up and, dust your shoulders off. Shake it off. Shake that stench of self-doubt and questioning your value and self-worth. And all the trauma that you've been through because of men, because of women, or whoever it is. I need for you to shake them dust mites off of you. Shake them off of you and activate what is inside of your blood. Activate what is inside of your blood. Find out what's there. While you are going through all of these, the level up trainings and all this stuff to be appealing to men who don't give a fuck about you, on the other end of that, find out what is exactly in your genetic line. Because that is what determines what is possible for you to become. Your double helix. Your DNA strands are what determine what you can become. Not what men think. What can a man tell you other than you're pretty or not? I want to fuck you or I don't. Outside of that, what else can they tell you? What else are they really coming with? Because they don't respect you if you're pretty. They won't defend you if you're not attractive enough. So what's the payoff here? What's the payoff here? You got to run this show in another way. You got to run this show in another way. It can't be the usual remedy is not going to work for women like you and me. Not the bottoms of the barrel. It's not going to work for you and me. We have to configure and reconstruct our DNA molecules. That's what we need to do. You have to pull your own self up. You have to elevate your own self. You're waiting on men to do it. And I'm here to say you'll be waiting your entire life for that. You'll be waiting your entire life for that. We have no more time to waste on that. None. You don't even know how great you could be. You have no idea until you start turning yourself inside out. You have no idea. Thank you, Super, for the donation. Thank you all for whoever donated. I'm sorry I ignored you. Yes, I got to preach today. Yes, the question is, do you want real peace? Because you're not going to find it in wanting men. And this is not a feminist rant. This is not me, I'm not a carpet muncher or anything like that. There's nothing to do with that. But the peace that you're looking for, the peace of mind and mental stability that you crave, you gotta sift through your own heart to find that. You have to sift through your own heart to find that. And that's just how this thing goes. That's just how this thing goes, y'all. We are greater than we give ourselves credit for. The blaming of other people, I guess that feels a little good. It gives us a little ease and a little relief. But after we blame, then we still have to recover. we still have to recover and reconstruct and rebuild ourselves. We still have to do that. Do not be afraid of a man's rejection. I've said that on this channel over and over and over again, that rejection is a blessing. Rejection is a blessing. Look at the sister who is now going through the shame of her life, begging her man back, who is now with that transvestite dude, that crypt keeper looking motherfucker. He used her. He used her. That's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, that rejection is a blessing. Because he rejected her the whole fucking time he was with her, impregnated her while rejecting her, while never really wanting her. Pretended to have a felonious relationship with this woman to hide the fact that he had an appetite for scrotums and penises. So he used her life as a smokescreen and a fucking experiment to see if he could actually be heterosexual. And then when he couldn't do it anymore, he decides to go off with, with this she, this goddamn clown makeup looking Walking Dead motherfucker. Had he rejected her, she could have gone on to be with a man who really wants pussy. But he pretended. And a lot of us are with men who are pretending. And our whole life is pretense. Whole life. How many years did she waste? She stretched out her uterus for nothing. You ain't never the same after you have a baby. Never. So she went through what I call the little death for a dude that never really wanted to be with her. So she sacrificed a piece of herself for fucking nothing. All because he didn't have the balls to just reject her. He'd rather have used her than just rejected her straight up. And some of you are mad because the dude say, I don't want you. When he say, I don't want you, light a candle. Say a prayer and hallelujah, praise the Lord. Find some holy water. Go to a goddamn Catholic church and steal some of their goddamn holy water and sprinkle it all over. Get a picture of his ass and sprinkle the shit with holy water. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for not using me. Thank you for hating me enough not to use me. Some men don't hate you enough. They don't hate you enough because they're lying to you. Men that really hate you tell the truth. I don't want you. I don't want you. Some of them just don't hate you enough to tell you the truth. And that's where we are. That's where we are. Blessings. You, African American woman, I feel like the world would stop spinning without you. That's how I see us. Like we go through cataclysmic something, meteorite showers, goddamn something, without you here. We're more important than we realize. And you, and each one of you, listening to the sound of my voice, you have to figure out and find out how important you are. Because it's there. It's there. This is a deeply profound statement. Some men don't hate you enough to tell you the truth. Yeah, how about that? And this is real. But this is what we do here at the UGC. We don't deal with surface shit. We're beyond that. We're beyond that. This is why we're divestors from beauty. Because we understand that there's something more to this life than just trading our vaginas for a little bit of cash here or there. You're negotiating your vagina for a little bit of cash, maybe half your rent paid, maybe a ring. Maybe a ring. But relationships with men are transactional. They are. They are. Because they don't give you anything without expecting something in return. And they usually don't give you anything without you asking. You do for me, I do for you. It's a keeping score kind of thing. So it's a waste of time to waste your whole entire life wishing that you had an opportunity to keep score with a dude. What would you advise dark-skinned black women to do? To do about what exactly? Thank you for your donation. Is that all you are? Is just a dark-skinned black woman? I think that's how I would answer your question. Is that the sum total of what you are? That's just what you are? What else are you? Because whatever else you are is where the answer is to that. How are you defining yourself? Are you a sitting duck? Are you just reactionary? Are you just reacting to your environment? Or are you trying to manipulate it? Because you have a right to manipulate your environment, just like everybody else manipulates you. Everyone else is asserting their right to manipulate you. Why don't you do that? Why don't you respond in kind by manipulating them? Why are you afraid to manipulate? Why are you afraid? Some of you are afraid to protect yourself. Some of you don't want standards because it's too much. It's too much to think about. Some of you think morality is a fucking inconvenience. And there's that too. Talk to me. We're not on no surface shit. All you are is that? That's not all I am. I told y'all before, the way that you level up is to see through the veil of other people. Stop believing in face value shit. And you guys, it's like a brick wall I'm talking to. See through people's veils so that you can get a better understanding of the lies that you're being told. The reason why you feel fucked up, and I'm going to say it again because I've said this before, the reason why you feel fucked up is that you believe in the lies that people tell. You believe them when they say they're better than you. Let's start with that. You believe everybody that thinks they're better than you actually thinks they're better than you. That's a belief. And it's not based on nothing but your insecurity. And the fact that you won't look past their fucking veil. Everybody, you know how a lie is told because it's been told to you every which way but loose. All your life, people have been lying to you. If nothing else, you should be an expert on lies. If nothing else, you should be an expert on lies. Why are you not utilizing that? Why are you still believing people after all this time? When you sit in the quietness of your room, when you're alone and nobody else is around, and the voices in your head say, this person bullshitting me. Oh, but what can I do? You know they lying to you. But you immediately go to helpless mode. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. I guess I gotta go along. Go along. Go along. You said you lurk in the manosphere sites. They don't love us. They don't love themselves. So let's talk about that fact. They don't love themselves. You are a reflection of black men and vice versa. And vice versa. Black men like to assume that they don't have self-esteem issues when they do. When they do. Any man who chases women who abuse them, these men get abused out here. Let's not get it twisted. These men get abused out here. They get ran through. They nuts are ran through a ringer. That's why they're bucking now. That's why they're resisting now, because they're tired of their nuts running through ringers too. They're tired of the rejection also. They won't admit they experience it the way that we do, because we're black, African American black, so we're the lowest of the low. When they're experiencing the same thing that they do to us. Same thing. So there's that part. And listen, anybody can love whoever they want. We are not here to even sell ourselves as being better than anybody. We're not in the race. That's the point. If you are UGC and really following what I am instructing you to do, the pivot that I'm telling you to make, you're not even in a race. That's not what this is. You're not in a race. You're not in a competition. You're not in none of that. None of that. How many of you compete and don't win? Let's talk about that. How many of you feel like, I got to be better than the other chick? And you thought you won and the other chick was still there. He made you think you won. And the other chick that you were supposedly outpacing been riding along with y'all the whole fucking time. How about that? May the best woman win, and the side chick been there the whole time. She just been behind you. Compete for who? What? What? We are royalty. That's what we are. We could claim that. We could claim that. Who's smarter than you? Who's smarter than you? Who is qualified to know this game better than a black American woman? Who? You know this shit from every fucking angle. No other woman can say that. Who else can say that? You're the one with 360 degrees of knowledge. You. It's time to be that. Ain't time to play small. Playing small. Playing small for who? And everybody gauges what they are against you. Nobody knows who they are until they're measuring themselves against you. Who isn't emulating you in some sort of way? Who isn't? My mother's friend said you see it and smell it a mile away coming down the street. Yes, you can. If you really UGC, you can. You're supposed to smell the bullshit a mile away. Start respecting your intelligence. Start respecting your own intelligence. Stop the second guessing. Because people are claiming you're not good enough. That's propaganda. That's a game. And when anyone says that to you, I need for you to have in your mind, oh, the game starts. Oh, we're playing the game now. We're playing the game now. Usually see women have the luxury of being eagles outside of the prison of vanity. That's right. That's right. I regretted every time I second guessed myself. It was betrayal of me by me. How about that? Let me read that again. I've regretted every time I second guessed myself. It was a betrayal of me by me. That's our problem right there. The second guessing. The second guessing because your self-esteem is wonky. It's not that you're stupid. It's that you're second guessing. It's not that you were unaware. It's that you're second guessing what you were aware of. It's not that you didn't know you were being lied to. You were second guessing whether you should defend yourself against the lie. It's always second guessing. There is no man who could get anything from you without you knowing, without you sensing, okay, something is wrong here. Can't take advantage of you without you getting a signal that something is wrong. You always get it. You always feel it. But we are emotional as women. We are more emotional than men. Our capacities to be emotional are bigger than men. And that's where things get kind of sticky. I've said before on this channel, every woman needs to have an executor. Like a symbolic executor that runs the show, runs her emotions, runs the show. She's the one that makes the decisions. That part of you that ain't about no bullshit. There's a part of you that isn't that emotional. You want to call her the dark side, the shadow self. I don't know. The negative part of you, the lower half of you, all kinds of convoluted names for her. But there's a part of you that don't take no bullshit. There's a part of you that is just for you. There's a part of you that knows when people are lying. You sense it. You know it. There is a part of you that is there that knows all. That the negative side of you. Listen, in order to see negative, you got to be it. You got to have the potential for it. And some of you pretend like that you can't be negative. Some of you like to think that negativity is wrong. But you need to bring that bitch out. When it's time to sniff through these dogs out here, you can't do that with the light. The light part of you, the good part of you can't discern that. You got to bring that bitch, the bitch that's the con artist in you. The bitch that's selfish in you. The bitch that wants to win over somebody else. Where is she at? The one that's about her own self-interest. There's a part of you that is that attribute there. You ain't just all good. So when you need to know if a nigga ain't about shit, you bring the bitch out. Bitch, run a check on this dude for me. Tell me what you see. The love and light part of you can't do that. It's the bitch in you that takes no shit. That understands that she's the one that tells you, bitch, you getting played. He don't want you. You getting scammed. That chick right there, she is your executor. And when you need to make decisions, tough decisions that your emotions cannot water down, bring her out. Bring her out. And say, Bertha, whatever, name the bitch. Susan, whatever her name is. Susan, run a check on this nigga for me. I like him and everything, but tell me what you see. Because I don't fucking know. I just like him over here. Susan, bitch, I need for you to run a check. You trying to make decisions with love and light? Sometimes you need the dark. Sometimes you need the dark. Especially when you're dating men. You better listen. Love and light is for your children, for your mother, for your grandmother. When it comes to men, and all you have at stake, dealing with men who conceal their intentions and their agendas, you can't be love and light with that. You have to split yourself in two, just like those Kermit the Frog memes. I know you've seen them before. I know you've seen those alter ego memes before with Kermit the Frog. That shit is real. You have an alter ego that you need to make the executive. She has to sign off on shit. Let her run it for you. Let her, your shadow self, is the one who vets motherfuckers. Not no love and light. Because the shadow side of you don't go on feelings. The shadow side of you ain't trying to be liked. It ain't about that. It's about self-preservation. The shadow part of you is the reptilian brain. The reptilian side of you. That's about self-preservation. And there it is. And there it is. This is not a game. It's not a game. Your life is not a game. And men will play it like a game. But it's not a game. And you need to walk as if it's not a game. You got a short time to learn things and then apply what you know and then enjoy what it is you know. It's a short little time. You got to learn it, apply it, enjoy it, and then regurgitate it back out and then teach somebody else it. That's the cycle you got to go through before you leave here, before you expire. And some of you are in the learning phase so long that by the time you get it, you won't even be able to enjoy what the fuck you learn. You have to learn it, apply it, and enjoy it, you know. Some of y'all in the learning phase for 30 fucking years. 30 years. 35 years. Still learning. You are great. And you can claim that. Regardless of anybody co-signing it, you know. Regardless of that. These men had nothing to do with your conception. Nothing to do with it. So they don't get a say in what you are. They don't get to say what you are. They didn't conceive you. How do these men get to say what you are when they didn't conceive you? Thanks for the donation. Who's that? CKE? Thank you. Thank you, Omega. I really want y'all to get this. I really want y'all to get this. Tap into what is inside of you. Make your shadow self the executor, the one who sees what everybody hides. You are light and dark, good and evil. You're that too. So when you suspect somebody of possibly being disingenuous or misrepresenting themselves or lying, you have to activate your reptile brain. You have to activate the side of you who is not worried about their approval. She's worried about survival and her bottom line. Let her vet, because she's not afraid. And every one of you has that inside of you. There's a side of you that isn't afraid. There's a side of you that isn't afraid. She's there. You might be ashamed of her. But I invite you to get unashamed. Because the reason why you're failing is because you've hit her. You don't allow her to roam. You don't allow her to help you. That's why you fail. That's why you continue getting scammed. You're a total being. You're a total being. And that's just what it is. And that's just what it is. If only you could see how necessary this change is for you. If you could, I promise you would not wait. I like that. I like that. The power of the Black woman. Yes, we are powerful. We are that. We are that. Just step into it. You know, I talk about illusions on this channel a lot because I really want you to understand that everything is made up. Everything is made up. I've told you before, the whole hierarchy thing, the whole, light skin privilege thing, and now it's the high value men thing. That's already played out. God damn. All of that is illusionary. All of it. All of that is nothing but a sales pitch. A sales pitch you have to agree with in order for it to be real. Because if you don't acknowledge it, how is it real? How is it real? In every interaction you have with a man, he can think whatever he wants. But without your acknowledgement and your agreement with whatever it is he thinks you are, it can't play out. It can't play out. Nothing is real unless you believe in it. Nothing. I was looking at was it the report of Chadwick Boseman's death, and they said he died of poisoning, not of colon cancer, of poisoning. I told y'all something was wrong with that whole situation. It just didn't add up. You stage 3. How do you get insurance? how do the movie companies insure you to do films when you can't pass a physical? Because every actor has to go through a physical. You can't be insured with stage 3. And then supposedly through filming, he's doing operations. And then the whole time he was filming, there was no reports of him not being able to show up for work. There was no downtime. He didn't call in sick once through surgeries for stage 3 cancer. He was on set every single time. Doesn't Something doesn't add up. Something doesn't add up there. I believe he was sacrificed. I believe he was sacrificed. And then something like that doesn't leak out. You know, they have people that leak out plots and scripts off of these, movie sets and all that stuff. And something major like that, they were able to keep secret since what, 2000? When did they say he got it? 2016 or whatever. I don't believe it. Nope. 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 Something doesn't add up with that. But I remember last year hearing, this was the beginning of last year, hearing that he wasn't going to be back for Black Panther because of money issues. Like he wanted to renegotiate his contract for more money, and they didn't want to pay him. That was what I was hearing this time early last year, that possibly he wasn't coming back. I believe they really prepared for him not to be back, not to for be in the next Black Panther thing. I something is wrong with this thing, man. Something is wrong with this whole shit. Something is wrong. Everything is an illusion, y'all. Everything is an illusion. Sorry, I just woke up. My first comment, I didn't know y'all was so in some deep combo. Thank you for your donation, Percy. Thank you for your donation. So there's that. We live in a world where people are collateral damage. Where we are seen as collateral damage. Where we are experimented on. You know? It's crazy. It's crazy. He's like, become a detective? Oh my gosh. We're pretty much always in deep convo. Yeah, we always go a little deep. And this one was meant to be light, actually, but oh well. I just meant to come over here and just give y'all a pep talk for like 15 minutes, but it turned into this. So everything in divine order. Everything in divine order. Some of us worry when the late Nipsey Hussle quoted, "We accept your challenge," in his music. Victory lap. Knowing how the Pales hated on the movie Black Panther. Is that what he said? I wasn't aware of that. You said my pep talks are epic? I hope so, y'all. I hope so. I just want y'all. I just want y'all to realize. Oh, I just want y'all to realize that it's just everything is just not what it is, and you're taking people seriously that and it's all smoke and mirrors, y'all. Ooh, all of it. all of it. If we all indoctrinated, then we have a right to indoctrinate ourselves. You have a right to state what it is you are. If someone has a right to state what you are, you also have that right to counterclaim it and state what you are too. How is it that what somebody else feels is more legitimate, more accurate than what you say you are? How could that be? How could that be? Some are worrying about Michael B. Jordan now. Hopefully, he does all his own cooking. They're worried about Michael B. Jordan? Oh, Lord. Michael B. Jordan said he had to go to therapy after doing Black Panther 2. So he went through some sort of psychological breakdown after doing Black Panther. I don't know. It's just, it was a lot on him emotionally. A lot of these stars go through a lot of stuff to entertain people. I think most celebrities are fragmented in some sort of way. It's like you have to be. Can you imagine millions of people staring at you? You have to feel that. Millions of people watching your every move. You would have to fragment yourself in order to function, because that in itself is not natural. We can kind of go in obscurity. You can go outside and pick your nose, and there's no paparazzi there. You can pick your nose and eat your boogers right now. Ain't nobody like, oh, Selga's picked the nose and ate her boogers. You kind of like, you're not being watched like that. But if you are, I think you would have to be fragmented. These stars give up their souls. These entertainers give up their souls for real. So there's that. We do. We do. You said some kooky neighbor might still film you. Well, nowadays, yeah, everybody has the camera phone, so you do got to be careful. But for the most part, still, there's not millions of people all over the world looking at you, judging you, sizing you up, criticizing you. You can go to the airport and get on a flight without being bombarded. You can go to the grocery store. You can go to the doctor. All the things that we take for granted, these celebrities can no longer do. So there is that. There is that. All right. Yeah, Zenobia, you real late. We're about to wrap up now. So for those of you who are subscribers to the Video Vault, I'm still waiting on some of you to send me your login email so that I can approve you for our IG page, our private IG page, Divest from Beauty. So please make sure that you do that so that you can join us there. We're having a blast in there, talking about shit and conferring degrees in private. So I don't want you to miss the opportunity, to do that. The Video Vault is closed. I'm not accepting any more members at this time. Those of you who have canceled your membership are blocked from the site. So if you don't see it, that's why. This is not a revolving door. I take this thing really seriously. And if you want to play games, you're going to play it somewhere else. That's how you're going to do that. You're going to play it somewhere else. Because other people want to get in, and you're taking up space because you're nosy. I can't have that. So there's that part. It's not a revolving door on that. I invite some of you who were not able to make it in to get the audio courses. Those are the next best thing. And you can find that on our products page of our site, theuglygirlsclub.com. Packed, packed, packed with information, life changing wisdom that you can apply to your life this moment, today. So take advantage of that while the opportunity to get that is available. You said you saved what? Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. So I invite y'all to become members of the site. Get the audio trainings. Collect your tools, y'all. I'm gonna be talking to the jeweler today about the pendants, the UGC pendants. So hopefully I can sign off on that and we'll go into production on that and have that available on the site so you can wear your ugly. You can wear your ugly girl for everybody to see. Boss shit. Right? Boss shit. Selkis Ray and Black American Women, we love and appreciate you for life, period. Aw, thank you. Is the video vault the same as the catacombs? Yeah, the catacombs are what we call the lives, and they are archived in the video vault. So it's essentially the same. The meeting in the catacombs is the name of the live chats that we have. And then they're all archived in the vault. Have we got a fireside chat tonight? No, not tonight. We will. I gotta see. It might be tomorrow. I'm usually doing it on Sundays, but I got to see. I have to see. I'm really not sure yet, but I'll make the announcement. I will make the announcement. You're excited to purchase some UGC pieces. I'm excited too. Who canceled? People who people who have insufficient funds in their account. I ain't gonna talk bad about nobody. It is what it is. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. Selkis Ray, I love you like Michael Jackson says it. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. So y'all ladies that are on here, get the products, man. This is for you. If you are an unattractive woman or just a woman that has been beat down by society, who feels rejected, who feels overlooked, who feels unsure of her worth and her value, this is your home. This is your space. We're not administering convoluted shit that you can't use here. This is about having a breakthrough. Psychological breakthrough. That's all I'm about. Thank you, Love Wisdom. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So I will go on our IG page and talk to y'all a little bit. See what we're gonna go over in our next meeting in the catacombs. So for those of y'all who are there, y'all can meet me over there in a little bit and we'll have a discussion. All right? So I thank y'all for. You bought the book? Yes, buy the ebooks, y'all. CKE says she bought the book and it's fantastic content. I am so happy. The book will change your life too. The book will start your pivot. The book will start your pivot there. So if you don't know where to start with that. If you haven't gotten it yet, please get the book. Please get the ebook for immediate download. You said at the end of the year you have a gold to submit a story, the Black Women Losing Weight page, and I'm going to shout out Selgus. All right. Make it happen, man. I'll be a guest speaker at any of y'all starting channels of your own, and you want me to come in as a guest. Let me know. I don't know who I think some of you have channels on here, but if you want me to come on as a guest and you're UGC, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you, Miss Infinity. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to get my baby sister to come on and do a live with me on our IG page. I want to introduce her and we could chop it up a little bit. If you think I'm funny, my baby sister's off the chain. My baby sister, I can't keep up with her ass. She is a clown. So I'm trying to get her to come on so we can do a live together and just talk to y'all about some things. So I'm gonna see if I can arrange that for us. You can't wait to meet her. Is she an Aries? No, she's October. What's that? Was that Pisces? No, what's that? What is October 8th? What is that? Libra, yes, Libra. And she is sassy. Oh my God. She is sassy as hell. So that might be fun. I'm gonna try to get her. I would like to get my other sister on, but she not about no bullshit, and her patience is low. So so I don't know how good that will go down because she just not for no shit at all. But my baby sister, yeah, we could roll. We could roll. Oh, you October 5th? Okay, so then y'all might could gel together. Y'all might could gel together. Yeah, I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna ask her. But please, Renee, please. I'm gonna beg her. I'm gonna beg her. So we could chop it up and have some fun. Yeah, I'm a pretty please her. I'm a pretty please. Thank you, Smiles. Thank you. All right. Wait, Selkers, did your mom or dad teach you guys all you know? My mom and dad taught me a lot of things. And there were a lot of things that I decided to experience too. So it's a combination of both. It's a combination of both. I feel like I come from royalty. I truly feel that way. I feel like we are, my lineage, we're a special group of people. Unlike a whole bunch of people. That's just. So if I can get my sis on, then y'all can see that my crazy is genetic. You will know that my crazy is genetic. We have street smarts, that's a gift. We make mistakes like everybody else, Make mistakes in your life like everybody else. It's just how you bounce back. It's just how you bounce back. That's it. That's really it. Thanks, Kiona. All right, so let me go. I gotta get something to eat and plan for this weekend and all this stuff. Oh, and y'all, I have an art site. That's my painting back there that I've done. My beautiful painting. She is available also on the site iloveherart.com. For those of you who are into black art, you collect black art and you want something really, really pretty, like really, really pretty, go to iloveherart.com. Yes, I am all of that in a bag of chips. A Renaissance woman, for real. For real. Yeah, you just have to want it. All right, I'll see y'all later. Peace and love. Bye.